we got together. The initiative was by our chairperson, Mrs. Uma Balji, about four years back. She was very concerned about what we all can get together to do for some of the underprivileged. Initially, we started as Indian women in Singapore. There was Sinda though, but she felt that there was still a need for some of these women who could not go to Sinda for some reasons. Either they don't fit the criteria or they just fall short due to income, but they still needed help because she had a few cases that she found out. And so we all thought that why not we start something and just see where we go. And so 6 of us got together and we started taking some of the cases just on a voluntary basis. We didn't formalize anything, and then we started by doing a charity dinner, and it seemed to have paid off, and we did get a bit of collection, and the numbers started increasing from about at first 7-8 cases to nearly 30-35 cases who came under our a group. And then we felt we needed an umbrella, so one of the volunteers suggested that we work with Lisha, the Little Indian Shopkeepers Association, for a premise where we used to go to Uma Balji's house. So we thought we'll work, and then we started that way, and they gave us a lot of support also administratively, and but the work was still done by a group of our volunteers. And then we went into a yearly program where we did to raise funds. We did sometimes charity dinner, sometimes a performance. We started with only about 5-6 volunteers, and we had about 10 cases to look after, and now we are having 50 cases. Why I believe these cases come to us, because it's not so much monetary support. There is monetary support that we give them in a small way, but it is, I think, more the emotional support, and we really go out to do training courses for them where they can stand on their own. Example, they will take up eye threading courses, those who are interested in that line. Or those who like, the lamps, like now Deepavali, we are going to a volunteer has a friend who is going to put up for sale what these beneficiaries are doing. We make the Deepavali lamps, and we make them paint, we teach them some art where hopefully they can also go later and sell those articles on there. We help them to put up for sale during different exhibitions according to their needs. Uma thought, why not redo this to raise funds for the Project Smile? And so we did, one of the events was the Romance of Taj Mahal in 2012 for the Project Smile, and it created a lot of awareness. I think the crowd who came, and we had a very good response, good sponsorship, and we started growing. So for this year, we were very lucky to have Art Compass coming into the picture. I mean, Art Compass she's Mrs. Akila Iyengar. She immediately said yes when I approached her. She had come to watch our Taj Mahal, and she was also quite mesmerized by that performance. So when I said our orchestra would like to do a performance, but this time it will be a little bit semi-classical, but it has a very creative theme. Would you like to come on board and help us to market this program? And it's also going into charity. The moment we said charity, I think with her soft heart, she immediately said yes. From the Singapore Indian Orchestra and Choir and from Project Smile, I think we are very grateful to her. So this project is now ongoing, and we are doing this program on October 5th, and we also hope to raise funds, which we are getting, and we hope it'll get more, especially on the day we are also putting up a box on the event, and I think we should get to where we want to. And, this year we are doing another of my orchestra's event called Mystic 7 in Saptapadi. 7 steps taken around a ceremonial fire by a Hindu bride and groom, and I have tried to create a musical involvement in this 7 steps that is being taken around. For each step, for example, it's partly creative, it's also partly read up from sources that this is one of the reasons for the step. For example, you take the first step to lead a colorful life, the bride and bridegroom to lead a colorful. So I create a music of colors, and we have in our musical tradition Varnam, which is also colors. So I create a piece Varnam which is related to it. So similarly, we have a bride and bridegroom taking one step to leave all the 7 deadly sins behind and move forward in life. And then we have an item called Sapta Pavangal, where all the 7 sins are thrown back behind. It's more an expressive item. And then we have a step taken to, like music and rhythm, to move forward in life. So we created a piece having musical notes, 7 musical notes, and ragas rather, melodies, and the 7 talas, which also in Indian music is there to show that step. So each step has a connotation with it musically, and at the same time it is informative and interesting to the audience. And to spice it up, we have dancers, 2 dancers for 3 of the items, who will act as the couple following the theme throughout the show. So that is the Mystic 7 in Saptapadi. People can help out by coming in as volunteers. We really need, as I told you, we have grown up from 10 to 50 beneficiaries, so there's lots of work to be done. They can come in as volunteers, or they can help to create fundraising events for us, and thereby, in financially, they could also help these underprivileged women. Other ways they could be good teachers in some areas, which could help the underprivileged. Like I mentioned, eye threading courses. Somebody who has some art in some work, they could come and teach the woman so that they can slowly start on their own. Give them a stepping stone to start on their own. I think that's what we are looking for the volunteers to do.
Thank you. See,